So, in this chapter of consciousness, we talked a little bit about hypnosis, but what exactly is hypnosis? Um, well, there's a little bit of a debate. And what do we need to know about hypnosis? Well, the two arguments is one argument, well, it's that it's an altered state. You're in a trance. And that is one camp. One group of individuals believe it is an altered state of consciousness. And you're trance-like and you're more susceptible to suggestions. However, others believe that it's simply the placebo effect. You think it's going to work, you want it to work, you open yourself to suggestion, so you make it work and you start participating in a role enactment. What is role enactment? Well, it's pretty much what it sounds like. A pattern adopted by a person in the belief that such behavior is expected for a particular position or status. Basically, you're playing a role and you're carrying out what you believe you should be doing in that scenario or in that suggestion. So, hypnosis doesn't exactly have one hard and fast rule as to this is what it is. It is a little bit of a debate, and it's up to you to make a decision as to what do you believe it is. Interesting. Now, another, when it comes to consciousness, another stream of consciousness is a form of consciousness is meditation. These are techniques intended to encourage a heightened state of awareness and focus attention. There are websites that help you meditate. There are YouTube channels dedicated to help you meditate. There are apps focused on helping you meditate. And, we talk about streams of consciousness. This is another form, is meditating. Some of the benefits of meditating that we need to know of: you're less emotional reactivity. You're not just reacting with frustration or anger, or you're not flying off the handle. You're kind of at a calmer base. Enhanced creativity, right? Your neural pathways get a chance to exercise. Heightened clarity, to where you have less garbage and images in your mind and you can stay focused on whatever your goal is. Now, when it comes to different forms of consciousness, the other way that we can affect our consciousness is through drugs. And you need to be aware of the following. Now, there are depressants, alcohol, barbiturates like tranquilizers, and opiates like opium and heroin that calm neural activity and slow body functions. So the categories that we're going to focus on, there's three of them. The first one is depressants, and it acts as a disinhibitor. The opposite of a depressant would be a stimulant. Drugs like caffeine, nicotine, cocaine, ecstasy, they excite neural activity and they speed up body functions. So you probably are kind of familiar with a depressant and the stimulants, and you just have to remember that they are the opposite of each other. You do need to be aware of which are the drugs that we're referring to. And the third and final category is hallucinogens. Now, hallucinogens are psychedelic. They're mind manifesting drugs that distort perceptions, and they evoke sensory images. In the absence of sensory input, we're talking about LSD and marijuana. So there's depressants, there are stimulants, and then there are hallucinogens. So please be aware of the three of them and which drugs belong to each specific category.